Now, a day after mega Jat outreach in the national capital, Home Minister Amit Shah is currently campaigning in western Uttar Pradesh today. Amit Shah visited the Banke Bihari Temple in Vrindavan. Amit Shah has offered prayers in the temple and performed a puja. He will be meeting with supporters and influential citizens in Mathura. Later in the day, Amit Shah will be campaigning and holding door-to-door campaigns in Dadri and Greater Noida. The BJP is now battling an unpopularity perception in western Uttar Pradesh after a year-long protest by farmers against the now withdrawn 3 farm laws. In fact, the last assembly elections in 2017, the BJP won 76% seats in western Uttar Pradesh. BJP is now trying to woo the Jat voters in the region, as Jats are quite a deciding factor in almost all of the seats in western Uttar Pradesh. Mathura, one of the key 3 temple towns after Ayodhya and Varanasi, holds a lot of significance for the Saffron Party. And that's why we see Amit Shah right there on ground in Vrindavan, Mathura. Aishwarya Paliwal for more on that. Aishwarya, we see Amit Shah there carrying out a massive Jat outreach, door-to-door campaign that's being carried out. There is this unpopularity perception, as I just mentioned, which the BJP is trying to counter. They know that the Jat community holds a significant amount of vote share, especially in western Uttar Pradesh, which they want to consolidate this time again. Also, we know that the last few times, the Jat community in 2017 and 2019 have overwhelmingly voted and supported for the BJP. This time they seem to have lost out of favor. How do you think the Jat community can be consoled at this point? Is there a strategy that the BJP has in mind?
Well, definitely, from what we are gathering from our sources, the Bharatiya Janata Party is now moving in the direction of making sure that the Jat community comes back into its fold. And the beginning has already happened. We did see yesterday in the national capital, Amit Shah in a closed-door meeting speaking with all the Jat leaders. Now, Nabila, let's talk about some of the points which the Jat leaders have been raising time and again. The first point is MSP. They want MSP to be converted into a law. They also spoke with the Bharatiya Janata Party and with Amit Shah about all the FIRs which were lodged during the farmers' protest. They want the FIRs to be taken back, and they want all the farmers, all those people who participated in the farm laws to be left scot-free. Apart from that, they have also been speaking about Ganna. Now, let me tell you, Ganna, which is very, very important here in this region. They have been speaking about what the government can do for those farmers. So those are some of the major points which the Jat community has been talking about. And in fact, let me tell you, 91% of the votes of the Jat community fell into BJP's kitty in 2019 Lok Sabha elections. So definitely the community has been standing with the Bharatiya Janata Party. But now we have been seeing these 3-4 issues. The major issue, of course, was farm laws and the way in which the Jat community participated in all those protests. That was the beginning of when the Jat leaders started moving away from the party. But now Amit Shah himself speaking to all the leaders, the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders, making this massive outreach. In the posters also, the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to send out a signal, a very large poster. In fact, let me show you of Amit Shah there in the background. So all these things are symbols that the Bharatiya Janata Party is now trying to do. Amit Shah yesterday speaking about the 600-year-old history that the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Jat community share. And also, if we talk about the numbers, in western Uttar Pradesh, Jats and Muslims make up to 50% of the voting pattern. And out of those, 17% is Jat vote. So the party also understands mathematically also it's very important for them to make sure that the community stays with them. And this personal outreach which we are seeing, it will not stop at Mathura. Let me tell you that, Nabila, after this, Amit Shah will be moving to Noida, and there also a door-to-door campaigning will be held. So they're trying to tell the leaders that we are moving towards you. We also want your support. In fact, from what we are gathering from our sources, in yesterday's meeting, Amit Shah went on and he told the Jat leaders that this is one community which has been very crucial in making sure that the party forms the government from 2014 till 2019. So all these things combined, a 360-degree approach being used by the Bharatiya Janata Party to make sure that Jats stay within their fold. They also understand that, what the Samajwadi Party is trying to do. So to counter that also, Amit Shah is himself on the ground waiting as many people as possible. Once he steps out from the temple, from what we are understanding, he will walk onto the streets of Vrindavan, meet the shopkeepers, meet the people, and then try to make that connect with them, so that when the D-Day comes, when the voting day comes, the party gets the vote of the Jat community. Nabila.
Well, we know that 6 to 7% of UP's population is the Jat community. So 17% of that electorate is located in Western Uttar Pradesh, out of which at least 66 to 70% of the Jat community voted for the BJP overwhelmingly. Now, considering that there seems to be some kind of grouse that the Jat community holds, in fact, we saw Amit Shah meeting with at least 100 Jat leaders yesterday itself. He met them at BJP MP's house. Now, take us through what exactly happened at that meeting. We understand that there was a lot of talk and discussion about the farm laws and how the Jat community is really upset. If you can break it down for us, what was the inside scoop, if you can bring that for us, from yesterday's meeting itself?
Well, yesterday's meeting was very crucial. You know, we did see that before the meeting also Amit Shah was in Western Uttar Pradesh. He held a door-to-door campaign. And after that door-to-door campaign, in the next 2 days, this very important meeting was held in the national capital. Now, Amit Shah sitting with all the leaders. And now this is a very personal approach which the Bharatiya Janata Party is now taking. He spoke with them, and from what we gathered, Nabila, it was a very free-flowing discussion. In fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the leaders, Amit Shah, they wanted the Jat leaders to talk about the problems that they were facing and why they wanted to understand from the community leaders why the community was angry with Bharatiya Janata Party. MSP issue was one of the big issues which came from that meeting, and also the Jat leaders said that all the FIRs which were lodged against the farmers, against those people who participated in the farm from all those people who were sitting at various borders in the national capital, outside the national capital, they want everything to be squashed away. They want the FIRs to be done and dusted with. All the other things that the Jat community now wants the Bharatiya Janata Party to do. Now, that's one part of it. The other part is the personal approach which Amit Shah is now taking. Now, yesterday, you saw him speaking with all the Jat leaders, and now you are seeing him coming to Mathura, where there is a sizable Jat voters here. So definitely not just meeting in the national capital, but also this very approach which is being done. And one very interesting thing, Nabila, as a leader, you need to send out those signals, and this is what Amit Shah is being doing. A very large photo of Amit Shah there. You have Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you have Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. So this is also a very subtle messaging which the party is trying to give to the community, asking them to come back to the fold, because they form a substantial bloc in Western Uttar Pradesh. Nabila.
Aishwarya, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Aishwarya, there tracks those developments coming in from Vrindavan, Mathura, where Amit Shah itself on ground meeting Jat community members door to door. This is certainly a big fight over the Jat votes in Western Uttar Pradesh. Union Minister Amit Shah held a meeting with over 100 Jat influential leaders in Delhi on Wednesday. He will also be holding a door-to-door campaign in Mathura and Gautam Nagar today. Jat voters play quite a decisive role in over 136 constituencies of Uttar Pradesh, and the BJP is now going all out to catch those Jat votes, consolidate it right in time. Here's more on that.
Ahead of the high-stakes Uttar Pradesh polls, BJP's mega Jat outreach. Union Home Minister Amit Shah met over 100 Jat leaders from Western Uttar Pradesh at BJP MP Pravesh Verma's residence in Delhi. India Today has got the inside scoop on Amit Shah's meet with the Jat leaders. Sources say Amit Shah claimed the BJP wanted RLD's Jain Chaudhary with them. According to the sources, Amit Shah said the RLD chose the wrong alliance. Shah said the Jat community should resolve differences with BJP and urged them against choosing Akhilesh Yadav, whom he called an outsider. Sources say Shah referred to Ram Mandir construction, saying Jat fought Mughals and the BJP is also doing that. Amit Shah listed work done by government like one rank, one pension for soldiers and schemes for farmers. Reservation for Jats also figured in the talks.
कि हमारा आपका नाता तो 650 साल पुराना है. कैसे 650 साल आप भी मुगलों से लड़े, हम भी लड़ रहे हैं, ये हमारा नाता है।
Shah urged Jats to once again rally behind the BJP as they did in 2014, 2017 and 2019.
गृह मंत्री जी ने आश्वासन दिया है कि एक तो हमारा आरक्षण का मुद्दा जो लंबित था उसके लिए कहा है, आप लोगों की जो लंबित मांगे हैं उनको चुनाव बाद निराश नहीं किया जाएगा, पूरा किया जाएगा।
गृह मंत्री जी ने आश्वासन दिया है कि आप लोगों की जो समस्याएं हैं, मैं इनके लिए आप लोगों को जो है आश्वासन देता हूं कि समस्याओं का समाधान हम करेंगे और आप लोग जो है प्रदेश में दोबारा सरकार बनवाने का काम करो। प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो हमें उससे मजबूती मिलेगी।
Interestingly, after the meet, BJP MP Pravesh Verma dropped hints of post-poll alliance with RLD if needed.
जयंत चौधरी जी एक अच्छे युवा नेता हैं, एक अच्छे जिस परिवार का किसानों के लिए संघर्ष रहा उससे ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं और इलेक्शन के बाद में संभावनाएं हैं और हमेशा हमारे दरवाजे उनके लिए खुले हैं।
RLD chief Jayant Chaudhary, who is fighting the election in an alliance with Samajwadi Party, was quick to hit back at the BJP. RLD chief took to Twitter saying the BJP should invite families of those who died protesting the farm laws and not him. After repealing the farm laws, the BJP is working overtime to win back the trust of the Jat community. Amit Shah himself is on a mission in western Uttar Pradesh. He is holding door-to-door campaigns in Mathura and Gautam Nagar. Jats have a big say in 136 assembly constituencies of UP. In the 2017 assembly elections, the community voted heavily in favor of the Saffron Party. Bureau Report, India Today.